there is so much, more technical training. It's really smart how they work there. A lot of techniques. The weekends are, they rest, but still 2 times the training every day. Everybody there has the goal is really like clear that everybody wants to be in the UFC. Everybody, everybody wants to be, successful in this sport. So it's nice to, work with those guys.
And do you feel a difference between the level of training between there and All Stars?
Well, I think both of the gyms are good. In All Stars, there was, probably, the training was harder, but that's, their style. And now I've done both of the styles, so I know I'm not missing anything.
So, obviously you left because of some personal problems. I'm not going to ask you to name any names, but you said that you're still friends with like 99% of the people at All Stars. That
Yes.
Definitely understand it.
Yeah.
But do they really, do they understand your decision to move, or do they think it's a shame that you're leaving because of that? Like, what have they said to you about you leaving the gym completely?
Well, of course, tears came to my eyes when I left there. I had really good friends over there, and I got my family over there too. But everything happens for the reason, and yeah, I for this fight I got so many messages from those guys, saying that just good luck for my fight, and I know that they miss me, and I feel the same way. But this is life, shit happens, but we need to move on.
Do you feel, with the benefit of hindsight, the decision to choose SBG over any of the other gyms in Europe was made purely because of how much in the press SBG is at the minute, the success they're having? What were the main factor between choosing them?
I don't know. It was just people were telling me that I need to go to SPG, and I just take that advice. And when I met John Cavana first day, then I knew shit. He's really smart man, and not only about the sport, but he can teach you about the life too. So that's something that I want from this life. People comes and people goes, but when you meet somebody that is actually worth of, you can't even compare in money. So that's something that I'm looking for.
This fight with Mike seems to be his most personal, heated fight. You've had a lot of exchange back and forth on social media and so forth. Do you have a personal problem with him? And can you explain further why you feel the way you do about it?
Well, I know that we all know. Uh, have anybody heard about Fullen or Andy Ogle since they fought against me? No. So same thing will happen to this Mike, and he knows that. We all know that. So he needs to get some attention, to get some sponsors, so he can live his life for next year. So I don't mind whatever he's saying, because we all know that London will cry tomorrow, Saturday.
Your past two victories haven't gone out first round. Obviously, we know who your submission to. How do you predict this fight's going to go down Saturday?
It doesn't matter. If he wants to strike with me, that's fine with me. He wants to grapple, he's gonna feel like a white belt against me. If he wants to, wrestle, that's like me teaching somebody who just came from you know, trying the first time wrestling. So
And does it make it easier going into the fight, given the aminosity between you both?
I don't know, I just see Mike as a, easy opponent.
And you've had, two very impressive performances in the UFC so far, both first round finishes. Were you a little surprised that you got placed on the undercard here? Like, were you perhaps not expecting to land a little bit higher up on the main card?
Well, of course I wanted to be in the main card, but I don't care. I'm the last guy in a prelim fight, so that's a nice spot too. And of course I wanted to be when there is a Anderson Silva in the main card, Musasi, but maybe for the next fight.
What's your predictions about the Bisping and Silva fight?
Uh, need to be honest, I would say, Anderson Silva by TKO round 3.
I see you've been rallying for a card in Finland at some stage this year. How realistic do you think that's going to be?
Well, yeah, of course, come on. I'm like Zlatan of Finland, so we really need UFC in Finland. You know, people have been waiting.
And do you think that your performance tonight could perhaps be a deciding factor in getting the UFC to Finland?
Yeah, that's something that I've been, thinking about a lot. My stocks will go so high after this fight, so it would be easy event for UFC if they would come to Finland. They would realize how big UFC is in Finland right now, just because of me.
And you famously spent quite a lot of money on your mum after your last win bonus, so is it going to be the same again this weekend?
Well, my mom is happy right now. She's happy when she sees me, being successful in my life. She's not expecting anything from me, but of course, always something, buying something nice for your mom is always nice.
And the move to SBG, is that going to be a permanent move after this fight, or are you going to review things after the fight?
My family and my life is in Finland. I'm not, even though there is a cold weather sometimes, but still, I'm not gonna move away from Finland. Of course, I'm gonna move to Ireland to train and do my camps over there. But like I said, my home is in Finland.
Are you happy staying fighting on the European cards, or would you ideally like to get across to America, fight in Vegas?
Well, first, like after this fight, I would really want to fight, in Finland. That's something that that could be, my, let's say like my biggest dream is to fight in Finland. And i- as like I said, if my opponent is going to come to Finland, he will shit on himself because the people, the way they, like me, it's same as Connor is in Ireland.